Hello guys, this is Christy with another update on aquaponics and taking care of your tanks in the winter. As you've seen, I've already winterized my grow beds. We're in the middle of November now. We're getting some pretty cold nights. I have some fish heaters in here, keeping the temperature for the fish right about 50 to 60 degrees. And I've noticed something that happened to my little K1 micromedia biofilters. As you can see, they're no longer cycling. These little things were kind of a light gray, greenish kind of color before we got this cold weather. And the balls, the K1 micromedia, used to circle in these tubs around they would go, the air would blow in and they would flow up to the top, and then with the bacteria growing in them, that would cause them to drop to the bottom, and they would just kind of cycle around in here. But they're not cycling anymore. As you can see here, the little K1 is lightened up in color to almost the original color, white basically, is what they came in, which shows that the bacteria is no longer in these bottles. The bacteria is no longer on these K1 micromedia balls. That's because the water temperature has dropped. Keeping this tank at 50-60 degrees here with this cold temperature we're getting here in Colorado is causing these things no longer to be able to colonize the bacteria needed for my tank to pull that ammonia out of the tank. So I'm having to do a lot of water changes, and I'm basically going to put these guys away for the summer because they're basically not doing any good for me. And it's possible I won't even need them too much. This is my first year, and I discovered that my plants did a pretty good job in the summertime of maintaining those good parameters on the water. I didn't have a whole lot of trouble with ammonia spiking or anything when I had my plants and garden beds hooked up. But I thought over the winter they might work, you know, when all the garden stuff has been closed down, and I'm seeing that's not working. The only thing that really is working are my little sponge filters. These guys are pretty good size. As you can see, I have about 3 of these in each of these tanks, these 85-gallon tanks. And I really like them because at least they clean out a lot of the debris that collects up in the tank. So I'm going to just go with these sponge filters for the winter. And in the summer, if I need some clearing of the water, say it's getting cloudy or whatever, I could throw these guys in the sump tank to kind of help out if the garden beds aren't keeping the ammonia in check. So that's the latest in my update on my aquaponics system and the filters. Happy gardening!